What's up, guys? Welcome back to our channel. Today we're talking about how to make money in real estate photography. We've got Lizzie Peirce. You guys probably remember her from our last video on Sunday, which I'll link up here on our epic failure.
We tried to do this video and the video on my channel, and we did not get through either one. And if you want to see how much of a fail it is, you can go watch mine.
We're back together, making it happen.
This time we'll succeed. And we're going to talk about how to make money in real estate photography.
Let's do it. So we're talking about how to make money in real estate photography.
Yep.
Lizzie has her own production company in Toronto.
Yes.
So you are very business minded. Your channel has a lot of very valuable content. We're going to suck some of that information out of you today.
That's fine. Suck away.
60 to 70% of my business back in St. John's for 8 years was real estate photography. So we're going to share some tips and tricks on how to actually make money shooting real estate.
What we want to do is hopefully cut out some of those mistakes and bumps in the road so you know what to prepare for your first real estate video or photo client. The very first thing you need to do before you even go and start getting paid for some of this work is you need to build up your portfolio. This isn't your time to bring out those portraits you shot last Tuesday. This is your time to actually start preparing your real estate portfolio and finding different homes that you can shoot in, including maybe even your own home. You want a wide variety of locations to be able to show.
You can even offer to barter services with somebody who does have an Airbnb, shoot their home maybe for a free night stay, hotel rooms, friends' homes, your home. We're gonna switch spots because we're in this house and we have spots to switch to. So a great way to find real estate clients is actually browse the real estate listing. Just kind of look for some of the listings that maybe don't have the best photos. You can reach out to those agents and offer your services, but make sure that you're not rude. Don't tell them they have shitty pictures.
It can be really awkward and really difficult to write out that first email, that intro email. So don't worry, we did it for you. We are going to include an email template just to make it a little bit easier.
It's downstairs.
Just be kind, be professional. And another thing that Chris and I noticed, because as you guys know, we were looking for our home. We were going to a lot of open houses, and realtors were always approaching us as soon as they found out what we did and that we owned a production company. They were all about giving us their cards. They really wanted photos. They really needed videos. So something that we would suggest is just seeing what open houses are in your area and maybe take an hour or 2 hours and head out to some of them and just pass around your card.
The other thing to consider is to look at realtors who have really expensive homes. It kind of sounds silly, but these are the agents who are going to actually want to spend money on good photos, show their clients' homes in the best light. Also, those homes are probably going to be a little bit nicer than some of the other homes as well. And so those photos will actually look really good in your portfolio later on.
It's not always about how many jobs you're getting, but it's about making the most amount of money from that one job.
Anything to add?
Just yes to all of that.
Yes.
Email template, nice homes.
Description box below.
Description box. Next point.
There's no home in the description box, just the email template.
Oh yeah, just the email template.
Don't just think about real estate agents, think beyond that. Think interior designers, contractors, kitchen cabinet companies, people who are doing home renovations and home interior design are gonna need photography as well. And those projects are gonna be new, they're gonna be finished, they're gonna look really good. I worked a lot for an interior designer and her projects were one of my favorites to shoot. Lots of nice details, lots of wide room shots, and I got to get a variety of shots for my portfolio. Also, developers who are working on renovation projects, you might be able to get in on the ground floor and shoot the entire project from the very start of the renovation to the very, very end. That kind of guarantees you have a long-term client. There's a lot of work there, and at the end of the day, the homeowner gets a full book of their project, and you get a number of different shots to include in your portfolio. So think beyond the realtor.
Love it. The next thing you guys need to know is make sure that you have a contract. Having a contract is super important to just making sure that you get paid, which is one of the most important parts of this entire process. Your contract can be as simple as even an estimate that you ask for a signature on, so just make sure you get their signature back before you start the job. You can keep it as simple as just having your deliverables as well as the hours and the time that you're spending on that project. Just make sure that it's easy for your client to understand that if they do come back and ask for more later on. Drop the mic.
Okay. Chewbacca sounds.
Attention to detail. Like how clean this counter is.
It's probably not that clean. Breaking. There's dirt on this counter.
Attention to detail is important in not just the photos and video you're taking, but also in the entire part of the transaction with your client. You will get more jobs when you're easier to work with, when you're reliable, when your rates are always set in stone and they know what to expect from you. All of those little things in terms of your client communication are gonna play a big part in you getting hired again. So if you're friendly, nice to work with, but your photos are maybe slightly not as good as someone else's photos, but say that they're a jerk, they might hire you because they don't want to work with a jerk. So in terms of photography, you want to make sure that all of your counters are wiped and clean, that things are put away.
Clean your countertops, put your toilet seats down.
Because no one wants to see that.
Yeah, just make sure you shoot a variety of pictures as well, like wide room shots, detail shots. The client will actually really appreciate you zooming into kind of the special things about the home, whether it's like the mantle, the railings, something special in the kitchen like the tile. The first thing I do when I walk into a home to shoot is I ask the agent what rooms they want to feature and which things are the priority, and then I just base my entire shoot off what they need. That was very robotic.
Big bucks.
Big bucks. It's all about making that money.
All about making the big bucks. All right, I'm gonna eat my Starburst now.
Yes. Oh, and by the way, if you get to shoot some really cool homes, you get ideas for your own home. Major key alert.
Yeah. The last thing you guys need to have prepared when going into this niche is your rates. And we would suggest developing different packages based on the square footage of the home that you're shooting.
A larger home is going to take a lot longer to shoot than a smaller home, and in turn you're also going to have a lot more photos because you're going to have more rooms to feature.
And make sure that you're keeping these rates to yourself and you're not putting them up on your website. You can start with a package, but then you may have to tweak things and tailor it to that particular client and their needs. For example, adding on a couple extra photos, or maybe you need a few more hours in the space just because it's a little challenging to shoot for certain reasons.
So it's also really important for you to be consistent with your rates so there's no confusion down the road. When that client comes back and hires you again for the same type of property, you want to make sure that your rates are going to stay the same so there's no surprises at the end of the day.
A lot of times clients are going to keep those estimates you're preparing, in their back pocket. So when you go back to them to do a project, even if it's a year or 2 years later, they might be comparing that estimate to the one you did for them before. So make sure you're keeping everything consistent, and keeping those estimates and contracts on file is also really handy. You can pull that up, know what you quoted, and then kind of adjust it according to that previous estimate.
And if your rates do change, if you do feel like you're getting better and you feel like you want to be compensated more for your time, make sure you let your clients know that your rates have in fact increased. It's okay to send them that email and just say, hey,
yeah,
this is what my new rates are as starting at this date.
You should be increasing your rates every year. And if you want a bit more information on this, there are 2 videos I've made about this. We just talk a little bit about how to deal with clients, what to charge, developing those packages. So just a little bit more detail on it.
So we'll link them up here, and if they don't fit up here, they're in the description box. Yes, awesome. I think that's it.
I think that's it.
Okay, we actually made another video on Lizzie's channel about how to shoot real estate photography and video.
She's got the money making covered, and then I have the how-to covered.
So make sure you watch the both of them to get all your skills.
Or you're not getting all the information, guys.
Exactly. I just said exactly.
Exactly.
That's how we know it's
Zed.
Z, yeah. Zed. You say Zed or Z?
I say Zed.
Lizzzie.
Thanks for watching.
So that is it for us, guys. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell so you get notified when we post new videos. We'll see you on the next one. Go check out Lizzie, subscribe, like, hit the bell, and all that good stuff. Thanks for being here. Bye. Bye.
One time I spit on my face, and then it was just like right there throughout the whole take, and I couldn't use any of it. Attention to detail is very important, but here's why. It's attention, blah, blah.
Attention to detail is important. Here's why.
Here's why.
Attention to detail
is important.
It's important.
Here's why. Thanks so much for having me.
Thanks for being here, Lizzie.
My movie just came out. Is that what you were gonna say?
Yes, I was gonna say, tell us about your feature film.
It was great to have to work alongside Ryan Gosling. Such a privilege.
That clamshell lighting, though.